Hey, hey guys, we are on our way out Fort Lauderdale Harbor, and it looks like a really calm day, and it's going to be great weather, and it's going to be probably the most comfortable passage Sandy has been on. I've been on it. I've done it once by myself. Sandy met me in the Bahamas that year, and it was like glass. There was no wind. Today's going to be almost the same, but you know, it'll have a little ripple and a little wind. So we're looking forward to it, and looking forward to getting on the other side. The water temperature here now has gone up to 71 degrees. Whoa! I mean, that's a big cry from 57 the other day.
Yeah.
So guys, it'll be more to come, and stay tuned. We'll get you some sailing video.
I'm not sure. I'm seeing up ahead if there is a mega yacht or a naval ship coming in the harbor as well. All of us, we look like a couple of little floating ducks beside this thing.
There's quite a few boats leaving the harbor with us today. Take a view of that.
It's a mass exodus because everybody's been waiting for the weather window.
And we got, it looks like 3 days.
Yeah. Oh, it isn't a naval ship or Coast Guard.
Oh, it's Coast Guard.
Coast Guard. It's a big Coast Guard boat.
Building up its presence.
Well, this morning on the radio, they were hailing announcements that the naval ships were doing exercises just outside of the harbor here, and to stay clear. So they must have participated as well. They're waving.
Ladies and gentlemen, how are you? Look, we're in the Gulf Stream. We can still see shore though, and there's really no wind, so we're motor sailing. And I'm gonna put out a couple of fishing lines now, but Sandy is pissed at me. Oh yeah, she's pissed. So this is what happened. Look, she's not even responding. Okay, so she's pissed because she made peanut butter sandwiches. Now, she made mine on white bread. Okay, good old wholesome white bread, and she made hers on whole grain, okay, which is like really bad for you. So what happens is she left half of her sandwich out here, and she dawdled off and did something else. So I ate it. Okay, now she's pissed that I ate her sandwich. Now, it was out here so long that it was already had a hard crust on it, like it was stale. That's as far as I'm concerned, it was stale. And I think I was doing her a favor because of the hard crust that was on it.
Okay, let's get the information straight. I made sandwiches, brought up one for him and myself, which is correct. That part is correct. And then we're eating. He scarfed his down so fast, and then he said, let's bring in the sails now would be good. I barely got half of mine done, so the other half I put down. And we've been dicking around with the sails, and nothing is happening, so not even half an hour. And then I went down to top up my coffee, and I come back up, and hey, Superstar here has scarfed back half of my other half. So, like, just thinking that everything is for him. So that's actually what happened, people.
You know, I gotta delete that part, right? I can delete that part.
You can, but you know, I can just grab it and post it on my Facebook then.
Yeah, you got a point. Okay, so that's what happened, guys. I ate her half of the sandwich. It was sitting here for half an hour. There was a hard crust on it from the sun, and boom. And it's time for me to take this sweater off because it is hot. She hates me. She hates my guts. It's been a great night. Look at the color of the water here. Like, you can see the bottom. I'm not sure if I'm picking this up. But if the sun was up above us, you'd be able to see the starfish on the bottom right now. So we've made it, we're about to check in here to Andros. It's 7:15 in the morning. And I was up all night. I stayed in the cockpit and navigated through the night. Actually, the boat navigates through the night. I just make sure the equipment stays running.
Thank God for autopilot.
But it's no wind, calm right now. I mean, there's about 5 knots of wind, but look at the colors starting to really come alive. Wow.
As the sun gets higher in the sky, it'll really become
the color is amazing.
fluorescent almost.
Yeah, fluorescent, exactly. That's the word. It's beautiful. So we put up our quarantine flag. That yellow flag there, we have to put that up to notify customs that we haven't checked in yet, to notify the border or whatever, and we will check in early this afternoon. I guess by the time we get there, it'll be a few more hours, and then we'll pay our $300 cruising permit, and maybe more or whatever it takes. In the Bahamas, it's a little different all the time. You know, sometimes there's extra fees. Okay, but with no receipt. Anyways, wow, it's beautiful. I got one fishing line out, guys, only because right now we are going. It's really shallow right now, guys. Okay, but see that fishing line I got out right over there. I've only got one out right now. And what happens is we're going to be entering the tongue of the ocean. We're going to be coming off the bank right now, entering the tongue of the ocean, which goes to 15,000 feet. Okay, and the fish like to hang out on those ledges. Okay, Sandy, the fish whisperer here, okay, is going to explain.
Just the correct terminology. That's all. No whispering.
So what happens is maybe we'll catch a fish going across. That's where you want to put your line out, okay, when you've got these from shallow to deep, and go from there. What a beautiful calm day though. And it's going to be calm for the next couple of days. That's why we're going to go check in at Andros here, because it's a great, we've never checked in, but there's no protection from any north wind. Okay.
And that's the most common north and east here in the Bahamas at this time of year.
So the north wind, there was no protection, so it's not a good anchoring there. But for the next couple of days, there will be no north winds, and it's going to be very calm. Even if there is north winds, it'll be 9, 8, 10 knots. It's something that really wouldn't affect us to make us uncomfortable. And we'll check in, get our internet card, and we will.
And then blow up the internet.
And then and then we'll blow up the internet with tacky posts. And then we'll be heading off to the Exumas. Again, if weather's good, we're just going to do a straight run. Again, another 24-hour passage. Hey guys, I want you to check something out. These look at these new spiffy shoes that I bought. Okay, these are Sperry, and Croc used to make stuff like this, but they don't make them anymore. So I found out Sperry made them, and they're like a rubber shoe, and they're great for here because the sand can get in them and out of them. And they were $31, more than I wanted to spend, but 31 American actually. So more than I wanted to spend, but I did. Then they only had white in color, but I don't give a rat's ass, okay? They're just for my feet, and I don't care if they're white or blue or pink. Sandy actually got a salmon color pair, okay? She didn't want them at first, but since I was buying shoes, she said, well, I'm gonna get some myself then. But
wow, take a look at this. Bare arms. Bare legs. It's finally gotten a bit warm. hours away from getting into Morgan's Bluff at Andros, and it was warm enough that I had to get changed. So things are looking up here, finally, weather-wise.
Okay, guys, we have landed in the island of Andros, okay, and Morgan's Bluff. Let me just tell you, we anchored. We've done a few chores. It took us about 28 hours to get here, and wow, there's some more people coming in. There'll be a lot of people coming across in the next couple of days, and we got to go get checked in. So what we got to do is we got to go to the airport and clear customs. Yeah, so that's what's going on here, guys. Dinghy's in the water already. We're fueled up, ready to go. Everything went great. So Sandy's down below doing Sandy things. And away we go. She's probably putting her makeup on.
No, I'm getting the Alive boxes.
Sandy doesn't wear makeup.